Welcome back to the channel, Ace's Allies. This is Ace's Place 22, where I'm Ace. This is my place 22. And we are going to be continuing, even though it's taken me a while, but we're going to be continuing the Harry Potter movie franchise movie reviews. I think that sounded right. And right now, we are up to year 5. So we're going into year 6. We're going to be discussing year 6, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Now, I wanted to have all of these movie reviews up before Christmas or right around Christmas. We're a couple days around there, a couple days behind Christmas at this point. So I have just been absolutely slacking with the holidays and everything like that. Kind of fell off and going to get back on the old path here within the new year, and we're going to get things going good and plenty. That's a candy, and I'm just going to say that. But please, because my manic, crazy, all over the place brain absolutely needs the visual stimulant of seeing that thumbs up. So if you don't mind liking the video, subscribing if you haven't already, and just hold on, because yeah, I'm crazy, I'm out of my mind, I'm all over the place, but you know what? I don't know. You let me know down in the comments below. But we're going to talk about Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Now, the last Harry Potter, I'm not going to go through all of the Harry Potter movies, but you've got the Sorcerer's Stone, Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, the Goblet of Fire, the Order of the Phoenix, and now the Half-Blood Prince, which is 6. And how do I want to start it? Because usually these movies start off with Harry and his uncle and aunt and cousin, and you kind of slowly get introduced to what is happening that way. But because of the events in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, number 5, I apologize. At the very end of that movie, you have Harry and Dumbledore being exonerated for the atrocities that Voldemort had been, causing, because now the Ministry of Magic is aware that Voldemort is alive because they saw him at the end of the movie after that big epic battle between Dumbledore and Voldemort. All of the secrets essentially are brought to light in the previous movie. So this one, it literally starts off with Harry and Dumbledore basically in that last shot of them in the wherever they did that big battle with Dumbledore and Voldemort, the Ministry of Magic's headquarters, maybe. I don't know exactly what it's called. I get lost in all the mumbo jumbo. But it shows them, it shows the newspaper and all that stuff. It shows Draco Malfoy is all, pissed off and miserable and stuff like that because him and his mother are on the bad side of Voldemort, and his father has been put in Azkaban. We've got Sirius Black, who has been, killed in the previous movie by Bellatrix Lestrange, which is played by Helena Bonham Carter. She has a much larger role in this film than she did in the previous ones, continuing her just crazy antics. And this movie, it doesn't start it, but it continues the dark path that what was it? Probably the third one? No, Prisoner of Azkaban wasn't too bad. I would say number 4 with Cedric Diggory, with him dying and being killed. And once Voldemort really became a manifestation of a person, or a physical being, all bets were off. They absolutely felt more like things were more at stake. And they certainly are, especially in this movie. We get some, I won't spoil anything, but we get a random death. I still am trying to figure out the plot of that, of why it happened. I understand where they were going to eventually when they got there, but why specifically that death meant anything? Because I, be honest with you, I completely forgot that was a character so to speak. And then you have one, a moment that is absolutely impactful. And knowing that there's essentially one more movie left after this, it's number 7, but they cut it into 2, so you get 8. But the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, knowing how this movie ends with, essentially a cliffhanger, and I'll talk a little bit about the story, but essentially with a cliffhanger, a big monumental moment happening, and the unforeseeable future coming, it really does set the tone of like, this is I know it's the 6th movie, but it kind of feels like Empire, for the original Star Wars, because what happened before is monumental, what just took place is pivotal, and what's about to happen is absolutely crucial. So I really like that. It feels, as much as all these Harry Potter movies connect, they're all woven together beautifully. Once you start to get into the later years, the last few movies, they really feel like one big epic saga. Because you're done basically seeing all of the characters. You're done seeing them grow up. They basically are as grown as they're going to get for this story's purpose. So when you go back and you see Harry Potter and the group coming in at 11 or 12 years old, and now here they are at 18 or whatever, it's like, it just feels different. It feels serious, and I like it. I really, really like the tone of these movies, and I'm really looking forward to watching the next 2. Now, the story of this movie, I won't go into full spoilers, is very, very... I still get semi-confused with it, because you can call me smooth-brained and all that, but there's a lot of information that they give you from the very first movie all the way till now about Voldemort. And some of it seems like it retcons itself, but I don't think it does. I do believe they've created a very clear path. I just lose focus sometimes of, wait, I don't remember them discussing this, or wait, why is this still a thing? I think that's just me. I'm not putting that on the movie, but that's just me, because there are certain things where I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that person is like still around. Like, what do they do until, like, are they gone forever? And we're just supposed to be like, oh, well, that character's just written off. It's strange. I don't necessarily remember the complete conclusion of these movies, so I'm giving myself that benefit of the doubt, because I don't want to just be like, well, it's stupid because this is how it ends and they still didn't. I don't remember. So let's just be hopeful. But you have Harry Potter clearly being, cleared of all the wrongdoings from the previous film. Going back to school, everything is just kind of, in that sense, normal as it can be. You've got all the teachers, all the students returning again, which is great because it just adds that familiarity. It brings back all that personality that you can, carry over from all the other previous films, which is really, really great. You want that. Not creating a universe within itself, but to have this many sequels with all the same characters is quite nice. They did that essentially before the Marvel Universe did it, and they did very good continuity with it. But you have Harry Potter and Dumbledore working very close in this movie, closer than any other previous film, because they're trying to unravel the secret that, because now Voldemort is back, they're trying to figure out how can we destroy him? How can we stop him from turning the world black, essentially? And through manipulation and conversation and introductions of new characters, we learn a lot more about Voldemort than we knew in the previous films. We learn and we see a lot of his youth when he was, and I know we saw Tom Riddle in the second movie, but we saw him when he was, more of an older teenager. In this one, we see him, maybe his second or third year into Hogwarts. And you get to see a little bit more of that backstory of who Voldemort is and how much of an impact he truly has. All while, I don't think, other than in like quick flashes and stuff, I don't believe Voldemort makes an actual physical appearance in this movie. Everything is done through Bellatrix Lestrange and the rest of the Death Eaters. So you get to see a lot of... You get to see characters that I'm sure in the book mean a lot. You get to see them, you know, get to take the forefront in this one particular movie, which is pretty cool. Because imagine if Darth Vader was in every single scene with Luke Skywalker and Han Solo every time they're doing something heroic. It would get old. Like, I would personally be like, all right, well, you keep getting away from him, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's not that strong, blah, blah, blah. I like this. I like that Voldemort is doing his own thing, and there is a protective force field around the school, and there's ways. I don't ever want to spoil nothing unless I'm specifically saying spoiler, but there is interesting ways of these characters intermingling with each other, good and bad, by the end of the movie, to where I was like, because I did the whole movie, they kept showing a specific character doing something, and my brain knows what he's doing, but I didn't understand why he was doing it. And then to see it, you know, come to fruition, I was like, oh, that makes sense there. And I really dig it. But, and then you got Harry discovering a little bit more about himself. You got all of the students that really mean something, from Harry, Ron, Hermione, Draco, what is Ron's sister's name? Ginny. They all are very, very important to the story that is being told in this, which I really like, because they don't ever feel like side characters that are just there because they have to be. It's like, oh no, there's importance to these people still. And I really, really dig that. Even though Harry Potter is the main focus, I like that a lot of the side characters still have relevance. I still get excited when I see Professor McGonagall come on screen, because it's like, yeah, she's the teacher that introduced them all to Hogwarts in the very first movie. She should still have an impact on these students, you know, into their 6th year and so on and so forth. Same with Dumbledore and all that. So, I don't know. I probably missed a couple of things in this review, but that's pretty much it. We're going to just wrap it up right there. I am wearing my Hogwarts shirt and scarf. I got this for Christmas, or I would have been wearing this the entire series review. So expect to see me in, obviously, it now, but for the next Harry Potter movie reviews for the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, they will be up before the New Year's, and that is an absolute promise. I think I'm going to do both of them tomorrow. So this one will be up today, Saturday the 27th, and there you go. I hope everybody had a very magical Christmas. I think I can see that my phone is kind of cockeyed now. It always is. But have yourselves a magical little Christmas. Love, peace, and pizza grease.